Hey dude, it's Tub. It's been a beautiful morning. We've done okay. I'll catch up to speed in a bit here, but right now I'm kind of hungry, so we're gonna see if we can find some snacks, maybe some lunch. I think this has potential. Oh yeah. Found the taquitos. Found the pizza and the chicken. I'm gonna skip them, because that's kind of gross now. Alright. Let's just dive right in. Bottles are good. I think I found it. Yeah, buddy. The donut bag.
I didn't see that bag.
Don't mind me. Yeah, muffins. Yeah, cookies. Jeez, those are still warm. Another cookies. Holy cow, guys. Got a lot of cookies today. Look, I get that a lot of you guys are going to think this is totally gross. And I'm not pretending it's not. Nothing I want there. Oh, get my goodies out of the way. That's just coffee grounds. Chicken strips. Bunch of sausage. No, thank you. That's the fresh one the buddy just threw out. It is literally all hot coffee grounds. I don't actually want to go super deep in here anyway, because obviously the deeper you go, the older the stuff is. My legs are actually really nice and warm from all those coffee grounds. Oh, more nice warm coffee grounds. Yes! It's today's donut bag. A lot of nastiness in this one. Stuck. Yeah. Those are worth money. Oh, here we go. Canadian Club sub. Expired yesterday. Breakfast bistro. I basically just want the cheese out of that. All yours, buddy. I made it just in time. See you, man. It's a dangerous hobby. Let's get out of here. So, almost getting crushed along with the garbage notwithstanding. It was a fairly good morning. We got some bottles. I'm going to bring these in, and then I will catch you guys up to speed. Okay, we're back home. Now, I promised to catch you guys up to speed. It was pretty simple. I just didn't really have the time to do an intro earlier today. Basically, I needed to go out and make some money because this week has been way too late. So, I took my Quebecois associates' advice and went blue binning on the streets. And it went pretty good. Okay, it didn't go that good, but I chased the trucks around and sort of mentally mapped out their route, And now I gotta go inside and print off the area and actually draw out the route. So although I didn't do super good, it was like, I've got information that I think will allow me to be a lot more successful out there in coming weeks. Now, I did run into some people. One person in particular was questioning my reasons for doing it. He suggested that that it makes him uncomfortable to think of somebody going through their garbage, and I understand that. I mean, it doesn't make me uncomfortable because I know what's in my garbage. I shred anything important, and I meet the people who are out here, so I know what they're after. It's just I'm too close to the environment to... Fear and discomfort usually come from the unknown, and once you're familiar with something, it doesn't usually upset you or cause you any fear. So I guess that's why it doesn't bother me. But he asked if I think that it's right. And it's funny because I just looked these things up last night because I was trying to figure out what the difference was between morality and ethics. Morality is a set of rules or regulations passed on to you by an external source, an association, or the law, or whatever the authority figure is, whereas ethics are more of a subjective personal thing, a personal set of rules about what is right and what is wrong. So, by definition, bottle picking is amoral. However, for me, it does not go against my code of ethics. I basically explained to him that I get up around 6 o'clock every day to go out there, I suit up and trudge through the snow and brave the cold and the not always friendly gazes and comments and interactions with people that I might run into, so that I can provide for my family and provide for myself, while still enabling me the agency over my free time to invest myself into creating something that I think will provide a better future, as well as be there for my family when they need me. Not like... I mean, yeah, like taking somebody to the hospital or dropping somebody off at the airport or that kind of stuff, but simpler things too, like maybe chaperoning a field trip, or just having the time to like hang out with my son and have a rockin' summer vacation, for as long as he actually wants to do that. So, no, I don't feel like what I do is wrong. And it may be immoral, meaning against the law, but I don't think it's wrong. He appreciated that I actually had an answer for him, and he told me that, he won't do anything more about it. Just, I think he also appreciated how I explained that I stay the heck off of private property and, try to only break one law at a time, kids. That's the golden rule. One at a time. Anyway, my point was I'm going to go make an actual physical map of what I've learned today, and I think I'll be in a good spot to make a lot more money a lot faster. And that's part of doing this well and staying out of people's hair, right? It's being fast, being a ninja. Now, I found a couple things, nothing, just basic. There's a few scraps of aluminum and wire, and I did find this sack of books that somebody threw in the recycling bin. So I would say an individual book is probably worth 10 to 20 cents a piece. Not that my bookshop is going to buy every book I've got for 10 to 20 cents a piece, but I think it'll average out to that by volume. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining this. We also found some other stuff, but I'm going to bring that inside. Alright, give me a sec to arrange this nicely. Also, get this stuff off. Man, it's a beautiful, warm, sunny day out there. Okay, one sec. Here we go. Nice. I was going to make a really pretty arrangement of these things and use it for the thumbnail, but I actually ran into Andy down at the shop, and he gave him half the cookies, because how many friggin' dumpster cookies do I need to eat? Besides, like, there's not... Some people are weird about it. I feel like Andy's cool with dumpster food. Plus, I'll probably just make a super clickbaity title because I almost died. Now, Canadian Club sub expired 2 days ago. I'll probably pick off the tomatoes and throw those out and just kind of load it up with this stuff. This breakfast box. I'm probably only going to eat the cheese, like I was saying. And these chicken strips, I'm not going to lie, I'm like pretty over the idea of them. I'm not actually that desperate for food, okay? I just really like reducing my grocery costs, because food is one of those things I can't really control the price of, and you only want to like go so cheap with it before you're just eating garbage. Not that, like, I mean, this stuff is absolutely yeah, this is garbage food. But I think I save a lot of money if I just get my comfort food and all my sweets and stuff from the trash, and then I spend my actual money on the, you know, the veggies and the meats. That's not the point of this video. Now, these things, I have no idea what these are. Maybe somebody out there is actually familiar with these characters. Maybe this is an expiration date. I'm gonna make a guess that these are probably the Chinese equivalent of a fruitcake, but let's find out together. Huh, they're crackly buns. And they've got a weird greasy texture. Mmm. Now that I look closely, there's actually a little mold on one of them. Not bad though, I'm not really sure what's inside here. It tastes a lot like a mincemeat pie. Ooh, how about some of that yumminess? Well, that was fun, but those are going back where they came from. It's kind of disappointing, but that was actually pretty tasty. Anyway, now here's a random sliver of content nobody asked for. How to beat a parking ticket. I actually just snuck that in on the way back when before I brought in the bottles. So first thing to understand, there's two different kinds of parking tickets. They're the ones that you get from the city, and those are actually enforceable by law. There's nothing you can do about that. And then there's the ones that are given out by privately owned companies, and those are the ones that you can actually maybe fudge a little bit. Now, people will tell you that the ones given out by private companies, because they can't enforce them by law, you don't have to pay them, you can just forget about them. That's stupid and a good way to get your car towed. The fact of the matter is, the only reason you got a parking ticket was because you utilized a paid service without paying for it, so they have every right to demand payment. Now, what I did earlier today with this one, I went down to the office. The address is listed on the back, it's not always. And I just politely explained to the person working at the desk that I was not going to pay this. I'm not going to pay it now, and I'm not going to pay it later. But I did utilize their service, and I would like to pay for services rendered, as, you know, because that's fair. Now, I did that once before, and it worked out exactly like that, so I kind of thought maybe I'd be able to get away with it again. It didn't work exactly like that. Sonia, bounce, kitty cat. So what happened this time, that's my stroganoff. So this time she explained to me that when they write a ticket, there are costs involved, because now you've got other employees that are spending their work hours writing those things up, and they're, you know, like, it's just, there are costs involved. So they can't just reduce it down to what the parking would have been. But she was happy to reduce it for me. I ended up paying, instead of $85, I paid $25. So yeah, that's how you beat a parking ticket without being a douchebag and be like, I don't have to pay this. Morally and ethically, yes you do. You know, I think I just identified a curious double standard in my own personal code of ethics. It seems, I think, taking bottles from bins is fine, so long as you're putting it towards a good means, but to just shirk on paying for parking that you used falls in the category of wrong. Now that I've identified it, I realize I don't actually have an immediate answer to that. Does anybody want to chime in on this one? I kind of wish I wasn't inviting so much discussion about ethics on this channel, because it doesn't seem to go that well. I don't have all the answers. And despite what the gratefully few window warriors who like to make harsh comments condemning me for my actions seem to believe, neither do you. It's important, I suppose, to take a step back and examine what you're doing and be open to adapt as you discover inconsistencies. I'd like to look like an expert, but the truth is, I have no idea what I'm doing. And neither do you. But I'm glad we can work this out together. Wow, we have covered a lot of ground today. I think now would be a perfectly good place to end this video, but since we're hanging out already anyway, I might as well keep you guys informed as to what I'm going to do with the rest of the day. It's basically going to be a listing storm on Kijiji because this week has not been that profitable and we really need to close the gap this weekend. So, let me give you a quick shot of the things that I'm going to list. It's going to seem really fast to you, but it's probably going to take me the rest of the afternoon. Like this lamp, which I thought was going to be easy money, but unfortunately the top is all screwy and I tried to fix it, but I actually just made it worse. So instead I'm going to throw it on Kijiji for free and that should get rid of it. I tried. These coveralls. This leather jacket. It's that free lamp. I looked it up, I made some calls. It's going to cost me 50 or 60 bucks to get the zipper replaced. And it was a $550 jacket new, so it might be worth it, but I'm going to put it up for 50 bucks as is and see if anybody goes for that, because it's still a good deal, you know. They can get the zipper replaced just as easy as I can. Now it's got some stickiness right here, but word is olive oil actually works really well to clean leather. And that seems to be the case. There, beauty. And this desk. And then there's these. These are the CD cases that I got the CDs in the auction in. I put them up for $7, and that would be cool if I could get the money that I spent on the CDs back from just selling the cases. I think they're worth that for somebody who wants them. Like nice, good condition, zippered with a handle, hard body. And then one more thing. This tree that I found, and I pulled out some bulbs that'll fit. So I'm just gonna pop it open and attach make the bulbs and make it look nice. Gosh, it's getting late. I can't even speak. I'm not gonna carry you guys along for that. I'm just gonna call this video here, I think. A couple other things happened, I guess. Somebody was looking for a bunch of game cases. I happen to have like a whole bunch of surplus ones because I just end up with way too much stuff, and they wanted a price. I was like, I don't care, whatever. He wanted to trade me something. Turns out he actually had Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. It was like an extra copy that he got for free, so I traded him all of those cases. It was like 12 of them for this thing, which is cool. I've never played it, but apparently it's actually good, and I don't mind like passively building a PS2 collection because there's like a half a dozen games that I want for. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Wishing you guys a most excellent weekend. Thanks again for hanging out. If you're not subscribed, you should be. Click that button. Lots of fun stuff on the way. Whatever you're doing, though, leave it better than you found it. And keep doing the thing.